there is a moment when ordinary reality breaks and you feel the weight of an unseen gaze. As if the walls around you carried a consciousness, as if the very air were attentive to your every movement. It's the feeling of being watched by something beyond sight, but present every second. What many call paranoia, you know to be the silent recognition of your own light. You are being followed, and not by those who walk beside you, but by invisible forces that perceive the brightness of your soul even on the darkest nights. This presence watching over you is not the result of chance, but the inevitable consequence of someone who carries within themselves a truth so luminous that it shatters the boundaries of the known. Every step you take, every choice you make, echoes like thunder in the silence of the invisible. And while the world goes on unaware, you become the focal point of a cosmic game where light and shadow tirelessly vie for control of your destiny. Being a chosen one means that you carry within you a unique flame, a light that cannot be hidden or extinguished. This light is like a rare frequency that resonates in the universe, an unmistakable sound that echoes through the veils of time and space, attracting the attention of entities that recognize your energy. But don't be mistaken, it's not only benevolent eyes that follow you. The same light that guides and heals can also disturb and provoke those who dwell in the shadows. These watchful eyes, whether they belong to physical or spiritual beings, often try to understand, challenge, and ultimately control the source of the radiance that emanates from you. After all, what cannot be comprehended by the ordinary becomes a target of fear and fascination. Being tracked, therefore, is not a simple game of observation. It is a silent battle fought in the depths of your being, where visible and invisible forces clash, trying to influence your path. It is an immense responsibility, chosen one, to know that every thought, every movement, every choice resonates beyond you, impacting the fate of those around you. Your light burns so bright and intense that it does not allow for neutrality. It inspires, provokes, and challenges the status quo. For those who live in darkness, you are the revelation that there is something more, something that cannot be controlled or subdued. And that is why everyone is paying attention, waiting for your next move, the next gesture that reveals even more of who you truly are. The light you carry, chosen one, is a powerful magnet. It has the gift of illuminating what is hidden, laying bare the truth in the depths of the human soul. Your presence, even without saying a word, can awaken unexpected reactions in those around you. Some feel drawn to you, as if they have finally found a source of hope and clarity they had been searching for all their lives. Others, however, become restless, irritated, or even distance themselves, as if repelled by an invisible force. It is not your appearance, nor your actions. It is your essence that speaks louder. It is as if you carry a mirror that reflects what many are not ready to face, their own shadows and insecurities. In everyday moments, you may notice curious glances, conversations that fall silent as you approach, people who seem intimidated for no apparent reason. What you may not realize is that these reactions are responses to your energetic field. The power of your presence breaks established patterns, provoking an unconscious reevaluation in people. They feel that there is something different about you, something that challenges what they know and comforts what they fear. Your light not only illuminates but also exposes, bringing to the surface issues, emotions, and thoughts that many would prefer to keep buried. The internal conflict your presence provokes in others is evidence of the transformative power you carry. Consider the story of Jesus and the Pharisees. His presence and words, filled with a pure and unwavering truth, directly confronted the hypocrisy of the religious leaders. He did not need to accuse or attack. His mere existence, his way of living and teaching, was enough to expose the hidden intentions of his opponents. Similarly, your light, chosen one, acts as a catalyst for transformation and revelation. Those who wish to remain in the comfort of illusion will feel discomfort, even hostility, in your presence. But those who seek the truth, even unconsciously, will be drawn to you, seeing in you a path, a possibility for change and renewal. You become, thus, a polarizing force that attracts and repels with equal intensity. But who, exactly, is watching you, chosen one? It is not only human eyes that follow you. There is a spiritual surveillance network closely monitoring your every step. Angels and spiritual guides walk beside you, protecting, guiding, and sometimes intervening when necessary. They know the value of your light and the importance of your purpose. But, at the same time, there are entities that do not share the same benevolence. Obsessive spirits, low-vibration beings, and even chaotic energies see you as a threat to their own plans. They know that if your light shines fully, it could awaken many who are still asleep, disrupting systems of manipulation and control they have worked hard to establish. These opposing forces often act subtly. It is not a direct attack, but a constant pressure, like a cold and persistent wind trying to extinguish the flame of your courage and faith. You may feel this in moments of intense doubt, in fatigue that seems unexplainable, or even in relationships that suddenly become conflict-ridden for no apparent reason. They try to divert you from your path, using what is around you to weaken and confuse you. It is an invisible battle, but the effects are very real. Every small deviation, every decision made out of fear or doubt, is a victory for these forces that seek to pull you away from your true purpose. Think of Moses, a classic example of someone who was tracked from birth. His life was monitored by both divine forces and those who feared the potential he carried. As a child, he narrowly escaped Pharaoh's decree ordering the death of all Hebrew boys. Even so, he grew up in the very heart of the system that tried to destroy him. His mission was clear, to free his people. But the forces that followed him tried in every way to stop him, planting doubts and challenges in his path. Despite this, he remained faithful to his light and purpose, demonstrating that even under constant surveillance, a chosen one who holds on to their faith is capable of changing the destiny of many. The light you carry, chosen one, not only affects those around you but also reveals yourself to you. Being watched, monitored, and constantly challenged forces you to look within, confronting your own limitations and shadows. Every challenge that arises, every attempt to divert your attention or energy, is an opportunity for growth. Like a diamond forged under intense pressure, your essence is refined with each battle faced. And as you grow, your light becomes even more intense, illuminating not only the path for others but also the parts of yourself that need healing and transformation. This can be painful. The process of self-discovery is not always smooth. You will see parts of yourself you would rather hide, aspects you thought you had already overcome. But this is exactly what strengthens you. The more you know yourself, the more unshakable you become, because true strength does not come from perfection but from acceptance and mastery over your own shadows. The light you radiate becomes more authentic, more powerful, because it is no longer just a light of hope for others, but a reflection of the hard work you have done on yourself. You become a living example of transformation, showing that even under surveillance and trials, it is possible to transcend and evolve. Think of the story of David and Saul. David, still young, was chosen and anointed as the future king, arousing deep resentment in Saul. David's light, his unwavering courage and faith, exposed Saul's fragility and insecurity, leading Saul to obsessively pursue him. Every pursuit, every attempt at destruction, only strengthened David, who, instead of succumbing to fear and vengeance, maintained his faith and integrity. David's light continued to shine, not because he was free of challenges, but because he faced them with the strength of someone who knows their purpose. In the same way, you, too, chosen one, are tested and refined by adversity, but it is exactly this that makes your light impossible to extinguish. You carry an invisible shield, chosen one, that protects you in ways you often cannot even imagine. This shield is formed by your faith, by your connection to the divine, and by the unshakable purpose that guides your journey. When you remain firm on your path, aligned with the mission you have been given, greater forces mobilize to ensure your protection. It is as if a network of light forms around you, repelling darkness and creating an impenetrable force field. However, this protection is not passive. It depends on you, on your choices, your thoughts, your actions. Every time you stray from your truth, doubt your worth, or succumb to fear, this barrier weakens, allowing opposing forces to draw near. Remember the story of Samson. His extraordinary strength was a divine gift, but his protection depended on a covenant, on a commitment to his own integrity. When he gave in to temptations and allowed his secrets to be revealed, his strength dissipated, and he was captured. Similarly, you, chosen one, must be vigilant against the temptations and traps that seek to divert you from your path. They are subtle, often wrapped in illusions of comfort, pleasure, or false promises. They try to seduce you, making you forget why you are here and what you came to accomplish. Your protection is a direct reflection of your fidelity to your purpose. Stay firm, and your light will become unbreakable. But how, then, to keep this shield active and strong? Spiritual practices are fundamental. Meditation, for example, helps clear the mind, dispelling negative thoughts and tuning you to the frequency of inner peace. Prayer, in turn, is a direct connection to the divine, a constant dialogue that strengthens your faith and reinforces your purpose. And do not underestimate the power of silence and solitude. In a world full of noise and distractions, finding moments to be in silence, connected only to yourself and to the source of all life, is essential to recharge your energy and restore your balance. Remember, chosen one, that you are both a force and a channel. The purer and clearer this channel is, the more intense the light you will transmit. Before we continue, if you've always felt different, with a special sensitivity or drawn to greater missions, our ebook is a valuable resource for you. It offers practical insights to help you recognize your true mission as a chosen one and overcome challenges of misunderstanding and isolation. Additionally, you'll gain access to our exclusive Discord community, where you can share your experiences, connect with others who understand what you're going through, and find genuine support. Check the pinned comment below to learn more and join this special community. Intuition is one of the most powerful tools you possess, chosen one. It's like a sixth sense that alerts you to what the eyes cannot see. How many times have you felt a chill without explanation, a sense of discomfort upon entering a place, or an inexplicable certainty that something was about to happen? These are the whispered messages of your spiritual radar, guiding you along safe paths and steering you away from hidden traps. It's vital that you trust and develop this ability, for it not only protects you but also connects you with the natural flow of life, allowing you to move with events instead of fighting against them. Intuition manifests in many forms: visions, premonitions, dreams, or even that sudden feeling of clarity amid chaos. It is the language of your soul, communicating with you through symbols and sensations. Sometimes it may seem like a simple thought but carries an unusual weight, like an urgent warning. Other times, it's an insight that appears out of nowhere, offering the answer you've been seeking. When you trust your intuition, when you follow it without hesitation, you begin to realize that it never fails. It becomes your compass in the darkness, guiding you beyond uncertainties and doubts. A clear example of this is the journey of Joseph, son of Jacob. Sold into slavery by his own brothers, he ended up in Egypt, a strange and hostile land. However, even in adverse situations, Joseph followed his intuition and his faith, interpreting dreams and visions that led him to a position of great power and influence. His intuition was his guide, turning situations of humiliation and injustice into opportunities for growth and fulfillment. Like Joseph, you too are called to listen to the inner voice that guides you, to trust the wisdom that comes from the depths of your being. No matter how confusing or challenging external circumstances may be, your intuition will always point you in the right direction. We live in an era where control has become a global obsession. Every move, every word, every choice seems to be monitored and evaluated by invisible systems seeking to shape our reality. However, chosen one, you are an anomaly in this system. Your light, your truth, are forces that cannot be tamed or manipulated. That is precisely why you are being observed so closely. Your presence challenges the status quo, questions the rules, and exposes the flaws of a system that tries to imprison the human spirit in a cage of conformity and fear. Your role, more than ever, is to be a voice of freedom, authenticity, and courage in a world that seeks to silence what is true. And this is where wisdom and discernment become essential. You need to know when to speak and when to remain silent, when to expose yourself and when to stay hidden. Your light, though powerful, must be used strategically. Remember Jesus, who, at crucial moments, chose silence. He knew that not everyone was ready to hear the truth and that certain battles could not be won with words. Similarly, there are times when your light must shine brightly and others when it should retreat, like a flame protected from the wind. Knowing the difference between these moments is what will ensure that you continue to illuminate without being consumed. Spiritual leaders throughout history have faced similar situations. Gandhi, for example, was relentlessly monitored and pursued by British authorities who feared the impact of his ideas of nonviolence and freedom. Yet, he maintained his stance, his inner peace, and his unwavering vision. His resistance and serenity in the face of oppressive control not only inspired a nation but also the entire world. You, chosen one, are also called to be this unshakable rock, to remain firm in your truth, even when everything around you seems to be trying to suffocate you. Your light cannot be extinguished as long as you hold the conviction that you are here for a greater purpose. As your light grows, chosen one, it will inevitably bring personal conflicts to the surface. Friends, family members, and colleagues may feel threatened, uncomfortable, or even hostile toward you. This does not happen because you are doing anything to provoke them, but because your presence exposes what they prefer to hide, their own uncertainties, fears, and shadows. Your light is like a beacon that illuminates the interior of each one, revealing not only their virtues but also their weaknesses. Those who are not ready to face their own flaws often react with resistance, trying to drag you down or discredit your journey. Joseph, a young dreamer who believed in his visions, was betrayed by his own brothers who could not bear the idea that he might be more than them. Envy and jealousy blinded their perception, and what could have been a source of inspiration and unity became a reason for division and conflict. Even so, Joseph remained true to his truth, and, in the end, his light illuminated everyone, bringing salvation and prosperity in times of crisis. His story teaches us that even when those closest to you turn against you, it is essential to keep faith in your purpose. Your light, chosen one, is not meant to be understood by everyone. It is meant to be lived, regardless of external acceptance or approval. Sometimes, the lonely path seems to be the only one available. You may feel isolated, misunderstood, and even question whether it's all worth it. But remember that every challenge, every conflict that arises is an opportunity to reaffirm your strength, your faith, and your determination. Don't let the negativity of others dim the brilliance of your soul. You are here for something much greater than the criticism and judgments you receive. Your light is not for everyone, and that's okay. It is for those who are ready to see, for those who seek something beyond superficiality. Keep walking, for your destiny is far grander than any obstacle that may arise in your path. Your light is a precious gift, chosen one, but it is also a burden that must be carried with care. Overexposing your essence, sharing too much of your knowledge, or opening your heart to those who are not prepared can lead to deep exhaustion. The light you emit can be a beacon for many, but if used without wisdom, it can burn you as well. It's like the sun which, when shining too intensely, can dry out the land and cause destruction. Similarly, the excessive exposure of your energy can leave you vulnerable, drained, and unprotected, making you an easy target for those who seek to extinguish or distort your truth. Finding the balance between being an illuminating presence and maintaining your integrity is an art that few master. On your journey, you will notice that not everyone who approaches is interested in learning or growing. Some just want to absorb your energy, feed on your enthusiasm, without ever giving back or respecting the space you need to regenerate. This can leave you feeling exhausted, empty, and disconnected from your own source. It is crucial, therefore, to set clear boundaries, protect your energy, and be selective about whom you allow to access the depths of your soul. Remember that, to continue illuminating the path, you must first take care of yourself. Great spiritual masters, like Buddha, understood the importance of moments of retreat. He spent long periods in meditation, in deep silence, away from the agitation of the world. It was not an escape, but an act of protection and renewal. Your light, like yours, chosen one, needs pauses to be nourished and strengthened. Retreating into yourself, disconnecting from external demands, and reconnecting with your own essence are essential practices for maintaining your vibration high. You cannot give what you do not possess, and if you are not full of light, you will not be able to illuminate the darkness around you. Value your time of solitude and silence, it is in it that your true strength is regenerated. Being constantly observed can lead you to a level of self-awareness greater than most people experience. Every gesture, every word, every decision carries immense weight, for you know that your actions reverberate far beyond the immediate. This awareness can be paralyzing, but it can also become an incredible power. When you know you are being monitored, that your light is always under scrutiny, you begin to refine your actions, to align every move with the truth you carry. You become a living example, an embodiment of what you preach, because you know that every failure will be used against you, while every silent victory is a testament to your commitment to the greater good. But being tracked is not just a burden. It is also a unique opportunity to profoundly impact those who, even without your knowledge, observe you in silence. Often, you may feel that your words fall on deaf ears, that your actions go unnoticed, but there are those who are paying attention. They see your strength, your resilience, your ability to rise even after falling. For these souls, you become a beacon, an example that it is possible to persevere, that there is something more beyond the mundane and the superficial. Your life, even in the small things, can be the spark that ignites the flame of transformation in many who are still at the beginning of their journey. Think of the story of Paul, who, even in prisons and persecutions, continued to write letters of inspiration and guidance to the emerging Christian communities. He knew that, despite the chains that bound him, his light and his message reached places he could never physically reach. His words, even from afar, touched hearts, transformed lives, and planted seeds of faith and courage. Similarly, you, chosen one, even when you feel trapped by circumstances, are impacting more people than you realize. Every act of kindness, every brave gesture, even in the most challenging situations, is a living testimony that light cannot be contained. You are not alone, chosen one. Although it may sometimes seem that you walk a solitary road, know that there are others like you, scattered around the world. You are like stars in a vast night sky, each shining with a unique light, but all connected by an invisible thread of purpose and truth. Finding other chosen ones, connecting with them, and sharing your experiences can be an immense source of strength and comfort. This spiritual network is a powerful web that, though dispersed, forms a shield of protection and a source of collective energy that strengthens all. But how do you find these kindred souls? Sometimes, they appear at unexpected moments, in seemingly casual encounters that are, in fact, meticulously orchestrated by destiny. Other times, you may feel called to participate in spiritual groups, events, or retreats, where the likelihood of meeting these souls is greater. The important thing is to be open and attentive to the signs. When two or more lights meet, something magical happens, the energy amplifies, the vibration rises, and what seemed an insurmountable challenge becomes an opportunity for growth and expansion. You become mirrors for each other, reflecting truths that, alone, you would not be able to see. Think of the great spiritual movements that changed the course of history. The apostles of Christ, the first disciples of Buddha, the Sufi mystics, all of them formed networks of awakened souls that, together, challenged systems, healed communities, and elevated collective consciousness. In the same way, you are part of a new network, a new generation of chosen ones that is here to transform, to heal, and to illuminate. Each meeting, each connection you make with other awakened souls, strengthens not only you but all those who still walk in darkness. Your light, when united with others, becomes an irresistible force, capable of opening doors and tearing down walls that, alone, would seem insurmountable. The future holds immense challenges for the chosen ones, but also grand opportunities. The world is undergoing a profound transition, where old systems of power are being dismantled and new paradigms are emerging. In this context, your light will be more needed than ever. You will be called to lead, to teach, and to heal on a scale you may never have imagined. But for this, you need to be prepared. It is not just about spiritual knowledge, but emotional strength, mental resilience, and physical balance. Your mission will require you to be at your best, not just to survive, but to thrive and help others do the same. Preparation begins with internal strengthening. It is time to look within and identify any shadow, any fear, or insecurity that still binds you. This is the time to free yourself from old shackles, to heal ancient wounds, and to align yourself completely with the purpose you have been given. Deep meditations, practices of forgiveness and self-compassion, as well as physical activities that strengthen your body, will be essential for this new phase. You will need all your energy, clarity, and focus to face what is to come. Each step taken toward self-mastery is a step toward a greater expression of your potential. Be ready to sacrifice comfort in the name of truth. The call that comes to you is not easy. It requires courage to stand out, to speak what many prefer to silence, to act in ways that many fear. But remember, you are chosen because you possess the strength necessary to fulfill this mission. The journey may be lonely, it may be hard, but the satisfaction of living according to your truth, of knowing that you are doing exactly what you were born to do, is priceless. You are a pioneer, a forerunner of a new era. Your light will open paths where there was only darkness before. Be ready, for the time of your great mission is approaching. Chosen one, your journey has been filled with challenges and obstacles, but every step you take with your unwavering light is a testament to your strength and purpose. The world may not always understand your mission, and many will try to dim your light, but true victory lies in staying true to your purpose. You are chosen to continue shining even when darkness surrounds you, for your light is needed now more than ever. Remember, your presence is a powerful reminder that light will always find a way, even in the darkest moments. Each act of kindness, every conscious decision, and every step taken with courage creates ripples far beyond what you can see. You are like a stone thrown into a still lake, your impact reaching places and people you may never meet. You are living proof that there is a deeper purpose, something greater than the fleeting and mundane. Your journey, filled with faith and resilience, is not just for you but for all those who are searching for light and hope in their own lives. Keep moving forward, even when the road seems lonely and difficult. Your light is a divine promise, a beacon of hope that illuminates not just your path but the paths of many others. Each challenge you overcome is proof of your strength and a confirmation of your unique purpose. Continue shining, for your presence is essential in guiding this world toward a new era of consciousness and transformation. You are needed, you are loved, and your light is more powerful than any darkness. Before we say goodbye, I want to remind you to check the pinned comment. If you feel you have a special mission and are looking for guidance to better understand your gifts and overcome the challenges of being a chosen one, our ebook is the ideal resource. Plus, you'll get access to our Discord community, where you'll find support and exclusive content. This is a safe space where other chosen ones gather to share their experiences and support each other. Don't forget to check it out below. If this content inspired you, don't forget to leave your like below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, as this helps spread our message so that more chosen ones can awaken to their true power. If you want to further support this work, consider buying us a coffee through Buy Me a Coffee. Every contribution helps us improve the content of our videos and deliver the best to you. And if you want to keep diving into the mysteries of the chosen ones, don't miss the video that's appearing here on the screen or explore the Secrets of the Chosen Ones playlist. Here you will find deep reflections and revelations that will help you better understand your role in this spiritual journey. Remember, what is before you is only a reflection of what exists within you. Keep shining. See you next time, and may your journey always be guided by truth and courage.